What I'm trying to urge to the people is, if you have money, don't have that money sitting in your bank, because inflation is going up. Even in the numbers or the percentages, if you count it, yes, it has come down, but in a bigger, broader picture, inflation is always going to be going up in terms of what you're making it. Your money is going to be, if you're having $100,000 sitting in your bank, after 2 years, the value of $100,000 is going to be less. Whatever you can buy it for today for $100,000, you will not able to buy it in next 2 years, the same amount of for $100,000. So the value of the money has gone down. Rather than having that money sitting in the bank and having that GCI or fixed deposits, I'm not a fan of it, because it's going to make you only 2% or 3%. 2 to 3% is not going to make you rich. It's not going to make you multimillionaire. That is for the people. It's a gimmick run by the bank, because they use their money and give it to people like us who take mortgages and invest into real estate.
Of course.
If people who are not putting the money into GCI and all these fixed deposits, how the bank is going, from where they're going to get the money? So they take the money from there, give them 2%, charge us 5%, and we make 10% in real estate. It's a game. That's what they wanted to do it. They don't wanted everybody to invest in real estate. If everybody's investing in real estate, well, from where the bank is going to get the money, and how they're going to give it to the investors out there and interested.
I think for a lot of places and a lot of people, a lot of it is also like the sense of they don't feel secure in the future. Do you know what I mean? Like, you and a lot of realtors are telling people you need to invest in places like Kamloops and Kelowna while it's what it is now, because it is growing. They don't have security in that future that it is going to reach that point. And it's the same thing around Surrey too, because you look at Surrey 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it wasn't what it is now. Like, none of the housing prices were what they were now. And people back then also had the same issue. They were afraid to put the money down and take that risk. And then what did we learn today? You don't get to win unless you play.
Yeah, you don't need to be, and you learn from your mistakes. I was in the same position when I came to Canada. At that time, 28, I came in. I remember 29 on the Scott Road, there was a condo selling it. It was a show home with all the furniture in there for $110,000, literally $110,000. And somebody asked me to take that. I was working with him at that time. My mindset or the vision was not like that. Honestly, I was not even making that amount of money. But if I were doing the math with the 5% down, it was like, what, $5,000 I have to put it in and buy a condo? And then I realized the amount of appreciation it happened when I become a realtor. And this was one of the reasons also I wanted to become a realtor, because I wanted to get into the depth of real estate. Because back in India, it is in our blood. We come from the place, from India, North India especially, all we do is invest in real estate.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's like a family thing, you can tell that most of the Punjabis, they do it. That's why the people come from as an immigrants here. They always wanted, the first thing they wanted is a good job. Second thing they wanted is the house. Or now actually the people who have money, they are right away wanted to buy a house. We don't like to rent places unless we have to. We don't like to rent. Nobody likes to it. No. But this is what we have. It is in our culture. It is in our society, community, whatever you tell it, whatever the reason it is. It's in our blood. We wanted to buy real estate always.
No, that's good.
And
it's a good habit to have.
It's a good habit. But that's the good habit is those are the people who are coming now.
Yeah.
Hundreds and thousands of people are coming like those. Have the same mindset, want to buy real estate. There's not much real estate around here. There's not much land here. So it is going to grow. It's no brainer. And again, coming back to that, I learned from my mistake. I have seen other people growing, how they have purchased those properties in Surrey on 152 and 66. It was just like a farmlands. It wasn't in agriculture, but the farmlands. They purchased it for $1 million back in 2016, 2014.
It's like $2
for
million
$1 million. Now it is, how much it worth is 15 million.
15?
Because it converted into industrial zoning. But they had that vision. They had that vision to buy a big parcel and just sit on it. They, at that time, 2014, 2013, $1 million, spending $1 million on a piece of land was huge.
Yeah.
How to carry your mortgage when the houses were only $300,000-$400,000.
Yeah.
But they had that vision. And I'm trying to do the same thing in whatever the capacity I have it. Less. I can't buy something like that big piece of land. But I'm buying it at least something. Or if I can't buy that kind of a 5-acre land here, I'm buying it other places, which is going to grow. Because when I came in on one, this is like I've seen it, and I'm not talking about 30, 40 years ago. 12 years ago, on 152, from after 32nd, it was all bushes and jungle. It was all trees. Where the Shopper Drugs, the Grandview, I've seen that with my own eyes getting built. And the amount of growth it has happened in the last 10 years.
Oh, God, yes, Surrey's constantly developing.
But who has thought that? 10 years ago, nobody thought about it, but there were some people who were wise enough and they knew it that this is going to happen. And that's why they had those lands being purchased. And we have to learn from them. If they could do it, why can't we do it? All we need is the guts to do it, first of all, that you have that capacity. As you said, a lot of people don't feel secured when they want to buy real estate. They get panicked because their vision is only 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. That's it. No, have a 10-year plan. And if something goes up in before 20 years, great for you. But 10 years after that, it will be going up. And majority of the things are doubling the price, whatever you're buying it for. So which other kind of an investment can give you that kind of surety? And if something goes wrong, you can sell it any time. Right? So that's why it's called an estate is an asset, and real means is real. That's why it's a real estate.